I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Monday, May 13th. Next year's proposed Quincy City budget will be examined by the Quincy City Council's Finance Committee beginning tonight. A public hearing will be held at 6:30 at City Hall, followed by department budget hearings. The Finance Committee will review 19 departments tonight, including planning, licensing, city clerks, and municipal finance. The council will review every department's budget in a series of meetings over the next month. The proposed $424 million spending plan represents a 4.5% increase, or about $18 million. Mayor Thomas Koch is proposing a new Department of Grant Management, an assistant traffic engineer, new personnel to deal with retiree pensions and benefits, and new laborers in the Department of Natural Resources. What started out as a traffic stop for speeding turned into an arrest for drug trafficking in Quincy Saturday night. Police stopped a 2006 Honda CR-V near the Wollaston T station on Newport Avenue just before 9 p.m. After an investigation, police say they found 18 bags of fentanyl and $744 in cash in the vehicle with help from a drug-sniffing canine. 35-year-old Angel Adamus of Dorchester was arrested and charged with drug trafficking and motor vehicle violations. Police say Adamus did not have a license, but had an ID from the Dominican Republic. A passenger was not charged. Adamus will be arraigned in Quincy District Courts. A man who received the world's first genetically edited pig kidney transplant has died. Richard Slayman of Weymouth was released last month from Mass General Hospital after the procedure. The hospital said it was deeply saddened by Slayman's death, adding that it had no indication that it was the result of his recent transplant. Slayman's family expressed gratitude to the hospital and the medical team. Slayman had been living with type 2 diabetes and hypertension for many years. Authorities are investigating the suspected drowning of a man in a Halifax lake after the canoe he was in capsized. Happened yesterday morning at the East Lake boat ramp on White Island Road. Police got a call about a capsized canoe and several people in the water. An adult and two children had exited the water safely, but another adult did not resurface. Divers located that man's body about an hour later. He was pronounced dead at Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital in Plymouth. His ID has not been released, and the incident remains under investigation. Residents displaced by a fire last month in Randolph received some help on Friday. Fire on April 28th prompted evacuations from an apartment complex on Bridle Path Circle, leaving 80 people without a home. The Cut Fire Fund, a nonprofit set up to help first responders and families affected by fire, donated supplies on Friday in what it says was its biggest drop-off yet. The group collected supplies for 21 displaced people under 19 years old. The Cutter family lost their Hingham home to a fire in 2022. Inspired by the community support that followed, they created the Cut Fire Fund. An SUV with two children inside crashed through a fence and into a lacrosse field in Cohasset on Saturday. Police say the driverless SUV went into a field at Cohasset Middle School. Authorities say the coaches did a good job getting small kids out of the way of the vehicle, and only minor injuries were reported. The incident remains under investigation. A former Massachusetts prison is the newest location for an emergency shelter for families experiencing homelessness. The former site of the Bay State Correctional Center in Norfolk will be transformed into a welcoming space to accommodate slightly under 150 families. Governor Maura Healey's office says the facility is in great shape and will be able to hold around 140 families in dorm rooms, with each floor having its own bathrooms and showers. The former minimum security prison also has a cafeteria, a gym, and a large common area and offices to be used for case management. Healey's office says the shelter site's expected to be up and running next month. Staffers will be on site 24/7 and provide families with transport on and off site. The razor wire around the property will be taken down. The center was shut down in 2015. Renowned chef Jasper White, who helped make Boston a culinary destination, has died, according to his friend and fellow chef, Lydia Shire. White was named the best chef in the Northeast region in 1991 while running his namesake restaurant Jasper's in Boston. He won acclaim for mixing cultural cuisines. Boston Magazine anointed Jasper's as Boston's best seafood restaurant in 1993. Well, as the Celtics chase the championship and the Bruins take a shot at the Cup, fans that visit Victory Point Italian Kitchen and Boardwalk Pizza in Marina Bay or Boardwalk Pizza in South Boston during an upcoming playoff game will have the chance to score themselves an authentic Celtics or Bruins jersey. Each location will raffle off 2 jerseys, one Celtics and one Bruins, to diners who spend $40 or more on the night their favorite team is playing. An individual can enter the raffle a maximum of 5 times. The winners will be drawn when each team's respective season ends. Throughout the raffle, a portion of the proceeds will benefit the Quincy Animal Shelter. Victory Point is the reimagined waterfront restaurant and bar at the Marina Bay Boardwalk. Owners and Boston restaurateurs Donato Fratarelli Sr. and Donato Fratarelli Jr. took ownership of the property in 2017. The 40th annual Quincy Senior Olympics continue today with track and field events at Faxon Field Track on Coddington Street. There's a 1-mile run at 10 a.m., a half-mile walk at 10:15, and the rotation events begin at 10:30, including softball throw, discus, javelin, and shot put. Check of business news. Stocks are mixed. The Dow up 125 points. NASDAQ fell 5, and the S&P is up 8. World stocks were also mixed. The dollar and the euro rose. Oil at $78 a barrel. Sports. The Panthers beat the Bruins 3-2 in Game 4, taking a decisive 3-1 lead in that series. It's do or die. Game 5 for the Bruins, Tuesday night at 7 back in Florida. And the Celtics are in Cleveland against the Cavaliers tonight at 7 o'clock for their Game 4. In that series, Celts lead 2-1. And the Red Sox beat the Nationals 3-2. They'll host the Tampa Bay Rays tonight at 7. Forecast from the National Weather Service. Partly sunny and pleasant. High 68 degrees today. Low 42 tonight. Tomorrow, partly sunny. High 78. Later in the day, Wednesday, could see some showers, but a high of 72. Scattered showers Thursday. High 68. The marine forecast calling for 1 to 2 foot waves. Southwest winds right now 5 knots. Become southeast 10 to 15 knots later today, and a high tide at 4:35 p.m. Sunrise 5:24, sets at 7:56. I'm Joe Catalano with an AM Quincy news update for Monday, May 13th.